Welcome, Jordan, to the desk. You broke the story that he was going to play.
Yes.
So give us a little background on how this all came to be and if you think they should rest Mahomes on Saturday.
I'll start with the second part. I don't think they should rest him because they really would love that #1 seed, get the bye, get Arrowhead, and Buffalo has been nipping at their heels. So to me, as long as he's healthy, which he is, you got to play him, and Hollywood for that matter as well. But he gets hurt, and it looks like it could be a high ankle. Key and Paul, that's about as nasty as it gets. A high ankle is very painful. And as the week progresses, Kansas City's idea is we're going to be cautious with him. He's the franchise, but we're also very aware that he is a very fast healer. And one thing about Pat, guys, and I'll defer to you on this, is some guys not only heal fast, but they have almost flexible bones like they're Gumby, right? Like there's just a way that he gets hit, even big hits, where it seems like he's able to absorb the contact and not get the same type of injury as someone else. And I am the furthest thing from a doctor, but that's been apparent throughout Pat's career. And so come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, let's see how he responds. Oh, Monday, maybe it's a little better than we thought. It's very sore. Tuesday, let's see how he's in practice with treatment. And then the real key, though, was yesterday. The idea was if Pat has a good practice Thursday, he's going to be good to go Saturday. Because remember, they have 3 games in 11 days. But Thursday was the key. He had a very good practice. He was essentially not limited at all. And as a result, he plays Saturday against Houston.
Absolutely, he's going to play. All I need to do is see one drop back. As soon as I see him drop, I'm like, man, please.
See him plant?
All I need to see him drop back, rocket step, throw the football, you know he's fine. I mean, that's just the reality of it. If he's healthy, he should play. Because like Jordan is saying, the #1 seed is extremely important. Even if we saw them go on the road last year as, what were they, the 2 or the 3? Mm-hmm. They go on the road, they go to Buffalo, then they go to Baltimore and the Vegas to win the Super Bowl. It means nothing. This is a different year, a different time, a different place. Mm-hmm. This team needs to be at home to start the playoffs. They just do. They have to be at home to start the playoffs. And, you know, you talked about people recovery fast. He's a fast healer, so to speak. We've seen in the past these sort of injuries with him where we all of a sudden say, oh, I'm in trouble. And dude playing. Dude's playing, finishing games. You know, it's like, other than the one playoff game where he had to come out against Cleveland, other than that, he's always finished and always done a tremendous job at coming back the next week. So I'm not worried about it, but they needed him on the field on Saturday. They need him on the field. Unlike, you know, Paul fake healing with the wheelchair.
Oh, it's wheelchair. It's wheelchair time.
This is my opinion. Patty Mahomes has been playing in long seasons, postseasons for the last 3-4 years. He's dealing with an injury that can linger. To me, this is a high-risk, low-reward situation here. If you play him on Saturday and he aggravates this high ankle sprain, which I've had a high ankle sprain, and those things can linger for 3 to 4 weeks, this could be a problem for another long postseason. Now, look, say he takes this weekend off Saturday, then you play Christmas.
Wednesday.
Which is Wednesday. After that, you'll have 10 days off because they don't play again until January 5th. That right there is saying, all right, I'll play, 2 games in the next 2 weeks. He'll have time to heal. So for me, this Saturday is not that important. And having home field or a bye in the first week, who cares? We're the Super Bowl champs. I can go on the road and win anywhere. I'm Patty Mahomes. And don't forget it. I'll go to your house, like I said the other day. I'll put my feet up here. I'll drink your drink. I'll ruffle your feathers. I'll throw your little plants around. I'll do whatever I want when I come to your house because I did it before.
I'll knock your samurai sword down. You're not convinced?
No.
I hope it's not a mistake. If he's not hurt, he's not hurt. Who are we to argue with the team doctor?
I'm looking at him.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
plant and throw the football.
Yes.
I'm looking at it.
With our super doctor vision.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's nothing wrong with
Twitter
it.
doctors.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't even.
Twitter doctor.
Oh, yeah.
I am not.
Milk is the reason.
I am not.
You got that keyboard courage.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
High fructose corn syrup.
I am not an internet detective. Not at all. I am not.
You're the twirler.
I could just look at him, having been out on the field with quarterbacks and seeing them, You can just tell. That's why he practiced.
You know what? It's probably
That's why he practiced.
because he's not vaccinated.
It's not full speed.
Well,
It's not full
move the
speed.
show along now. You getting ready.
One,
Leave Aaron Rodgers
I
alone.
don't think that wasn't specifically for Aaron.
I said it was.
I was really more for Twitter doctors because, I mean, they've got the answer. I hope that it's a decision that doesn't go wrong. Like, if he's healthy enough to play players, NBA players, NFL players play through injuries all the time.
Yeah, NFL does play through injuries.
And no one is healthy at this point in the season. But we all know they are not winning this year without Patrick Mahomes. It's been a conversation all year long how they've been winning these games, and we know how important Patrick Mahomes is to that.
Yeah.
They do have a little bit of wiggle room. And again, the Bills, while they have a light schedule, have 3 divisional matchups. Not against good teams in the division.
Very bad
but
teams.
they are still divisional matchups, and they have to win out in order to steal it from them. Again, if he says he's healthy and they think he's healthy, and Key said that the fructose corn syrup didn't affect his ankles, so he can go, then he can go.
Look, Big Red's not going. First of all, Big Red's not going to put him
Now,
out there.
that is the part that I
Because
that
at the end of the day,
Andy Reid is always going to
not gonna
protect
do
him
that.
from himself.
And at the end of the day,
he
the
knows how
prize is
much
at the
money-
end.
No, I disagree. It don't matter what Andy Reid say, because if Mahomes say he want to play, he's built enough trust in the organization. Even if he's hurt, he says, I want to play.
Oh, he's not
He's going to
limping.
play. I know, I get it. But this decision is on Pat Mahomes.
what Paul's saying is nobody has more sweat equity built in than
Exactly.
Pat.
Yeah.
I will also tell you this. Pat is blessed with exceptional toughness and talent, but he's also blessed, again, with that crazy fast healing. There's only a
Fast
select
healing.
few of guys, and it really matters at that position.
Yeah, they got
with
that
Also,
medicine. They
he's
got the
trying to
medicines in
win.
the NFL.
They're trying to win 3.
The turtle.
They got that
They're
medicine.
trying to win 3
Man, I don't know anything.
You don't know anything
Three
about
straight
that?
championships. It's raw milk, Paul. That's what it is. It's solving everything.
And honey.
Right, of
Honey's
course.
good.
Yeah. But it has to be organic.
Yeah.
They're going for 3 straight championships. They know what's at stake here. I just, maybe we're just being cautious, but
I'll say it again.
I'm not a medical doctor.
As I tell people, I'll say it again.
I'm not
An instant
his.
evaluator, there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing
He
wrong
rubbed
with
some
him.
dirt on it. The Chiefs did get some good news, though. Jordan mentioned it earlier. Hollywood Brown will make his Chiefs debut tomorrow. How much of an impact will he have, Key?
I think he'll have a significant impact because guys like this, you just line them up. You say, I'll tell you what, I really just want you to lift the coverage for me right now. You may throw him a ball and you tell him, you say, we're going to take a couple shots downfield. Just don't let the other team intercept the ball. If you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. Fine. But what happens is you put the defense on notice.
Stretch the field.
Now you're stretching the field. Okay, now you got Kelsey coming underneath, Juju coming underneath, being able to work and do their stuff because you got 2 dudes on the outside that can go get them. And they know that already. They know that Hollywood Brown can run. And that will scare the living you-know-what out of defensive backs.
Yeah, I agree.
Jordan, what are you doing?
No, I agree. I agree.
This dude over here.
I agree. For the simple fact that, even though he hasn't played all year long and coming off injury, his impact will impact the other players.
Right.
Like a Kelsey now, who hasn't had the best of years. And even Mahomes. He hasn't had the type of year we probably have come to expect from Mahomes. So just his impact with his speed, just to go down the field and open up other guys underneath.
Right.
I think that'll be tremendous for them. And they need a boost in their offense. I mean, they haven't looked like too much of anything offensively. Their defense has been keeping them in the game. So hopefully this will be an added impact to what they need. They need an injection.
Yeah.
I feel like
when they signed Hollywood, they signed him to be the really
Home
big
run hitter.
home run hitter. He's a legit 4-2 guy, as is Xavier Worthy. He said something that was interesting to me in pre-production, which was you put him on the same side.
Why are you telling what I told you pre-production?
Well, because Paul always steals my ideas, so now I'm just stealing yours.
You stole my stuff yesterday. I didn't even say nothing. I just rolled with it.
I mean, Hollywood has
I learned my lesson. I don't say anything.
You all in the pre-production meeting to keep your best stuff to yourself, and you never listen to me.
He hasn't played football in a year, but that being said, he is going to be able to run, and he will make an impact now and then a month from now in the playoffs.
Yeah, I love that he's coming back. The offense has been a question all season long, obviously, but also to your point, getting your best weapons back as you're going into the postseason, getting him back in the fold as you're heading into the games that matter.
Couple reverses,
is very useful as
quick
well.
screen.
So it's good timing for him to come back. Over to the NFC, there's been a lot of chatter about how much money Brock Purdy should get for an extension. He's scheduled to just make just over $1 million next season. Well, it is his teammates. Looking at the guys well, first of all, 50 to 60 million is a big difference. That's not so close.
Especially spread out over multiple years.
Right. Well, also, we're talking about average annual value. As Key always says, what is the real money? What is the guaranteed money?
Yeah, what's the real money?
When we're talking about what they're making per year, and he's kind of alluding to that Brock Purdy is better than some other guys. We could go down the list and ask that question, but he is projected to make $1.1 million next year.
Jeez.
Would you give? Yeah, he's over.
Talk about a bargain.
They're gonna.
He's outplayed his contract.
Yeah, they're gonna give him a little bit of a taste.
Would you give him $50 million? Just for reference for everyone, Jalen Hurts makes $51 a year. The next player at 10th highest paid is Kyler Murray at $46.1 million.
It's all about the structure. It's all about the structure. What are we talking about? I know we're talking about average, right? The annual average. And the annual average is 50, 55, 60. Dak Prescott is 60. You got 53s and 52s in there. I can do that. I don't have a problem doing that. But what am I giving you in the first 3 years? How much of a signing bonus am I giving you?
Right.
That's where the real numbers play, right? And if you start talking about $200 million of fully guaranteed money on a $260 million deal, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But I'll give you 140 fully guaranteed because I'm going to use Shanahan against you. You are the way you are because of Kyle Shanahan. I know it, you know it, and everybody else knows it. As you talked about the list, Joy, I don't care what anybody thinks about Dak Prescott. He ain't Dak Prescott. Okay, he ain't. He's just not. I understand he went to the Super Bowl and Dak didn't go. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Jordan Love. Trevor Lawrence is a little bit like Justin Herbert, where he's been in a coaching carousel, feels like his entire career, right? Now you talk about Jared Goff. He ain't Jared Goff. Okay? He's not Justin Herbert. He ain't Lamar Jackson. He ain't Jalen Hurts.
Well, but you skipped over two of there.
I was going to get back to two.
Oh, okay.
And I was going to say the guy on this list is like a Tua maybe, but we saw what Miami looked like with Tua. We saw what Miami looked like without Tua.
Yep.
So he showed his value to all of our eyes once he came back and beat his chest and said, wait and see how I do, even though in the cold he doesn't play too well. But that's okay. They can figure that out later on. Yeah. So I would, it just all depends on the guaranteed money over the first 3-4 years of the deal. That's really what it boils down to.
It should be like Daniel Jones guaranteed money.
A little bit more. Maybe just a little bit more.
Are you, first of all, this is ridiculous. Can we put this list of quarterbacks back on that Key was talking about? Who he's not, what they're making?
I can tell you right now.
Look at this. So you said he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Jared Goff. No. He's not Trevor Lawrence. No. Well, you know what? Neither is Dak Prescott. And he's the highest paid quarterback in the league. And neither is he. And he's getting paid higher than all of them guys.
Dak Prescott could actually play,
it don't matter. This kid has been to the Super Bowl. He's been to the AFC Championship.
Brock Purdy.
You feel? AFC Championship. He's gonna get paid.
I like him, but I don't like him over any of these.
But you like him. But you like Dak over them?
Yeah, I like Dak.
You like Dak over all of these?
I like Purdy at 50 more than Dak at 60.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that.
But that's some Dak shade, though. If Dak had a better coach in a better situation with better players around him other than CeeDee Lamb, we probably wouldn't even be having this conference. Dak ain't got Christian McCaffrey in the backfield.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
50 is the ceiling for me, Joy. 50. 50. And I think going into this season, Brock Purdy thought he was going to 60, 65. There's no room to play
hostage with this guy. Because where's your plan B? Who's going to be on the market?
But what Key's saying is that because Kyle Shanahan is Kyle Shanahan, they can bring in someone else. And I'll tell you, this has been the year from hell for the Niners, okay? Who
would they bring in?
Yeah, who they going to bring in? Better than Purdy, who's got you to a Super Bowl, who already knows the system, who already knows the players.
I bet
you $1 million.
Paul.
We can't. That's.
Bet.
I will take my 20% of the $1 billion.
Come on, man.
No, what we say on the show is binding.
Come
so,
on, man.
as the
I bet
official
you
bookie of the show,
this trip this out, though. I bet you
It's
that if Kirk Cousins is available, they gonna
That'll be
sniff
a mistake
He
for the
will be
Niners.
Well, when it is available,
That
they
would
gonna
be a
sniff
mistake for
I'm
the
not saying they're
Niners.
gonna replace him. They're gonna sniff around it. I promise you.
the thing about Purdy that's tough.
I
If
promise you
Purdy was a first rounder,
They're gonna sniff around
this
Aaron
would not
Rodgers.
because he was Mr. Irrelevant. You got Key sitting up here saying he ain't all that. If he was a top 10 pick, I don't think he'd be saying the
If
same
he was
thing.
a top 10 pick, the Niners wouldn't have picked him.
If he was a first round pick,
The Niners wouldn't have picked him.
what do you mean?
They wouldn't have picked him in the first round pick. They found Purdy sitting at the bottom of the draft saying, oh, okay, he'd be a good little practice squad guy for us. We like what he fits good in Kyle. He's doing everything Kyle wants him to do. Let's take a look at this. Remember, he wasn't even a starter. He did not beat Trey Lance out.
I understand.
Trey Lance beat himself out.
Okay, but here's the thing. Brock Purdy has proven that he can go to a Super Bowl. There's not a lot of guys in the league that have done that. I'm the one sitting here saying 50 is my max. And you're saying, what, 42?
No, I say I probably. But see, Jordan, it's not. When you say your max, average is different than real money, as you know.
All right, but
I can give him a $70 million average.
All right, but for the purpose of this
I
exercise,
can give him a $60 million average. This is an average.
so you're worried about the guaranteed
real
money.
money?
all right, Kirk Cousins got $100 million guaranteed.
Got 100, so he's got 50 a year for those 2 years.
Right.
And you want me to give Brock 50 a year guaranteed money?
I think he's in that vicinity.
I said I'd give him 3 years, about $140 something, is what I said.
Okay, Mayfield got 100 over 3. You're saying, okay. So you basically feel like Purdy is dead average as a quarterback.
I mean, that's kind of what he's proven to be this year.
I don't know what you want me to say.
What we learned about Purdy this year is when everyone is not available, he's not able to do what Josh Allen has been able to do this year.
Oh, but there's but that's a whole.
But that's what you're asking me to pay. That's what you're asking me to pay.
I'm asking you to pay 50 max. What's Josh Allen making?
You don't want to know what Josh Allen's making. He's making $43 million. Josh Allen is.
Oh, but that's going to get redone.
Josh Allen,
they in the works, so they playing with that right now.
When he gets his redone, it's going to look quite different. Yeah. So we shouldn't look at that now. But the point is, Brock Purdy's absolutely going to get paid, and he does deserve to make real NFL quarterback money.
And he's going to make real NFL quarterback money.
To reset the market, he will not.
Y'all wanted to reset the market. Y'all crazy, Paul.
No, he's not going to.
I'm not saying reset the market, but he's going to be like in the 50-55 range.
I think it'll be about 53 top.
Yeah,
I bet you he don't cross 50.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.